Since 2011, the EU has progressively re-engaged with Myanmar, including in its trade and investment relations. It has lifted sanctions with the exception of an arms embargo, granted preferential access to the EU market, and launched negotiations for an investment protection agreement. In June 2016, the High Representative for Foreign Affairs and Security Policy and the European Commission adopted a joint communication. This lays out a plan for coherent EU engagement and intensified cooperation with the country to overcome the challenges it faces. On 20th June 2016, the Council adopted conclusions on an EU strategy with Myanmar, welcoming this communication. Myanmar is a member of the WTO since 1995 and, as a least developed country, benefits from the EU's Everything But Arms scheme, which grants unilateral duty-free, quota-free access for all exports, except arms and ammunition, to the EU. The EU and Myanmar launched negotiations for investment protection agreement in 2013. The agreement would offer investors from both sides a predictable and secure investment environment, protect them against discrimination, ensure they are treated in a fair and equitable way, and ensure that investments will not be unfairly taken away without fair compensation. A sustainability impact assessment complemented the negotiations. And once again, as I always say, for every negotiation on free trade and other agreements, the EU has to make an impact assessment. And they did the same with the UK. And that's what their positions for the negotiations are based on. And this assessment with Myanmar evaluated the potential economic, social, environmental and human rights impact of the future agreement. As a least developed country, Myanmar benefits from the most favorable regime available under the EU's generalized scheme of preferences, namely the Everything But Arms scheme. The EU's GSP regulation allows vulnerable developing countries to pay fewer or no duties on exports to the EU, giving them vital access to the EU market and contributing to their growth. The Everything But Arms scheme is one arm of the GSP, which grants duty-free and quota-free access to the EU for all products except arms and ammunition for the world's least developed countries, as defined by the United Nations. Myanmar benefits significantly from its preferential access to the EU market under the EBA. Its duty-free exports increased from 535 million in 2015 to an estimated 2.3 billion in 2018. Main exports to the EU are textiles with over 1.7 billion, rice with over 140 million, precious stones with 130 million, and footwear with 120 million. The GSP regulation provides that trade preferences may be suspended in case of serious and systematic violation of principles laid down in the Human Rights and Labour Rights Convention listed in Annex 8 of the regulation. Since May 2015, the EU has participated in the initiative to promote fundamental labour rights and practices in Myanmar with the governments of Myanmar, the United States, Japan, Denmark, and the International Labour Organization. The initiative aims to help promote fundamental rights for workers in Myanmar, create opportunities for businesses in Myanmar, and help to transform the country into an attractive trading and investment partner. And if you now want to know more about European politics from a German point of view, I put my next video in the end screen, right next to your chance to subscribe to my channel, by the way. I hope you click and enjoy. I'll see you in my next video. Have fun und viel Spaß!